Welcome back, peeps, to Mind Over Matter, and I am here with a collective haul from, you guessed it, the Dollar Tree. I actually ventured off to a different Dollar Tree. The last video I posted, and if you haven't gotten a chance to look at that one, I will post it in I will actually post the link in the description box below. But I was able to venture off into College Town over here, and I found a huge Dollar Tree and was able to find some really great stuff. And then I ventured off a little closer to home and put those gift cards to good use. Yes, teachers received those wonderful gift cards at the end of the year, and I was so excited to get a few from my students. They all knew that I love to shop at Dollar Tree and find some great deals. So let's get to this collective haul. This is a teacher collective haul, and it's also kind of an intro to a DIY that I will video and show you how to put together. I actually have another DIY that I will be showing you, and at the end of this video, make sure you stick around because I have created an awesome wreath all out of dollar store materials, and I will post a picture for you to look at, and in the description box I will let you know exactly where I found some of the materials at the Dollar Tree, and there were a few things that I picked up at Michael's and Joann's. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright, so I picked up some more of these pens because these pens are great for the DIY that I will show you in another video. They write awesome. They are by the Jot Company ballpoint pens. They are black, medium point, and they are very smooth writers. My daughter and I take off all the caps, and I mean, we could repurpose them, but we have them in a little container. We're not sure what we can do with them, but the pens actually become the stem to the flower. So let me show you. So we've got a flower here, and we have a total of 4 bouquets over here that I will show you in just a little bit. And this one actually we glued a leaf to on the end, but there were some that we actually cut the flower with the bottom stems and attached it to the top of the pen, and then wrapped it in floral tape all the way to the bottom. Now this one doesn't have the cap, but this one does. So if you wanted to gift these away, oops, it's got some little glue hanging out of there. If you wanted to gift these away, you can stick them into a glass vase, however you would like to display them. So those are the pens that we use. Nothing fancy, nothing expensive. I was only able to find one package because they were clear out. I'm not sure if there's like a huge flower pen craze going on, but they were stocked up, I want to say a week ago, and when I went this past week, they only had one package. So anyway, if you're able to find them, they're great. The blue pens are awesome too. Alright, so I picked up some pencils for my students for next year. I'm already thinking ahead and getting back to school meet the teacher treat bags, and that's another do-it-yourself video that I will show and link underneath this video, how I get ready for the beginning of the school year, or at least meet the teacher. So I have pencils, and they had lots and lots of different kinds to choose from, but I just happen to like the solid. Can't go wrong with the solids. Solid color. So I also on that route picked up some high voltage permanent markers. I love these just for anchor charts that I like to create for my students, nice and bright. I also am using these to label some gifts that I am putting together for my team, and I wanted the labels that are attached to the gifts to really stand out, so I bought these. I also have gift tags for other things that I have prepared for my team as well that are have a gold trim and a black background, and the only thing that will show up is either a chalk pen or these metal gel pens. So this is by the company Ink. Great for cards. It's a metallic gel, and down at the bottom it's a 1.0 writing fluidity. I guess that's the word. And it is metallic ink. And I've used these a lot with lots of crafting, and I've put it in my journal, and they are wonderful. They're very smooth. They kind of work like a paper mate. You've got to get the ink started, but once it starts, it's wonderful, and it does not smear, or at least if you let it dry, it won't smear, but it's not where you have like globs of, you know, ink that starts to write as you first use the pen, so no worries on that. And then with this, you have the high voltage, and I guess it's a company that puts them out. It's called Fashion. So I like them just because they were bright. So I got the blue and the pink and the yellow and the green. All right. I also picked up, oops, sorry guys, some glitter glue, because along with these wonderful little flowers that we're making, or flower pens, my daughter and I were thinking, how can we add a little pizzazz to these flowers? And so we were looking online, and YouTube is a fantastic place to look. Some of the girls that were creating these flowers used just glitter glue that they put on the ends of the flowers, and my daughter and I thought to maybe put them on the stem just to give it that bedazzled look. So we're gonna try it. I saw that they had the glue in like red, gold, and green, more like Christmas colors, but then I found this package and I figured if it doesn't work, then I can just put these in my craft section and call it a day in my classroom. I picked up some rubber bands because you can't ever go wrong. I went through an entire package of rubber bands this school year. Ask me where and how and why. I have no idea, but it's always good to have a backup. I picked up some of this. Oh my gosh, this was in the 4th of July section. And a lot of the stuff is going fast, believe it or not, even though we still have another 2 weeks before the holiday. But this was in there, and there was like a bright green one, and there was like tons of different designs, but I love this because it just looks like that superhero, I don't know, it just reminds me of a superhero symbol or some type of superhero pattern, and I love that it's a dark blue. And this is what I'm going to use to section off my teacher common board, and there will also be a video on how I set that up. So I bought 2 of these, and the great part about this is that, first of all, it was $1. Second of all, it's 15 feet of duct tape. You can't go wrong. So I picked up 2, and I'm thinking I might just split this in half so that I get more bang for my buck. We'll see what happens. I mean, it really just depends on how much work I want to do or how much I want to put into it. Okay, back here I got some tissue, nothing fancy. I got the individual packs. There's 8 of them in here, and just different little patterns, and I got 6 different hand sanitizers. Now, if you've watched my videos before, the reason why I purchased these now is because when I try to purchase them later on in the school year, I have such a hard time finding what I need. So I picked these up, believe it or not, for our field trip that is coming up in March. Yes, 2016. I know, I'm insane. But those who are prepared, never fear. So I went ahead and picked those up. And then Target, I've heard, by the way, before I forget, and speaking about being prepared, has already started to trickle in a lot of their Dr. Seuss items. Erasers, pencils, pens, bags, you name it. And they're in the dollar section at Target. And they usually never put it out before March 2nd, which is Dr. Seuss's birthday. They only put it out at back to school time. So if you are a huge Dr. Seuss fan, as I am, and you like to give out something to your students for Literacy Week, as well as possibly Dr. Seuss Read Across America Day, then go and grab you some of those. And I will also put a video together with some of the Target finds that I get coming up soon. Okay. So those of you who are just tuning in, you may not know this, and those of you who have been tuned in, you know that I absolutely love Post-its. It's an unnatural obsession with Post-its. So this package actually I found at a different Dollar Tree, but I figured I'd haul it with this. And it is 4 colors, nice and bright. I think I also have a thing for bright colors, just the brighter the better. So this is 200 sheets, and I actually use these in my centers, so I'm already planning ahead of how I'm going to set up my caddies for my students for my first teaching structures. So, and those of you who did not hear, or I may have not announced it, I will be teaching 2nd grade next year, which I am absolutely excited about. I have taught 2nd grade for 8 years actually, and I taught 3rd grade for a few years, and now I'm going back to 2nd, and it is my heart, and I am so excited, especially because there's so many changes that have come in the grade level, and curriculum is different, so there's always that, I don't know, that push and that, I don't know, that excitement of not knowing exactly what has changed and kind of keeps you motivated. So anyway, I got some sticky notes. Guys, I want to say Staples. Was it today? Yeah, I went out with a friend today to Staples, and they had these exact same sticky notes. Granted, it's not the same company. It is the Post-it note company, but they had them for like $5 on sale. And these are the exact same thing for $1. So I picked up 2, yellow and orange. I'm always writing notes and sticking things on things and making piles and making my life easier, or so I think. And then I have to-do lists everywhere, and I'm going to get better. I promise. I may need to get a little bit of help on the Post-it collection, but we'll get there. All right, I did pick up some gummy gold Haribo gummy bears. I was just in the mood. And then I picked up some clothespins. I pick them up every year. I don't have a lot of bulletin board space. We don't have bulletin boards that hang outside of the classroom. So the bulletin boards that we have are in the classroom. And so I believe I have about 3. And so to hang work, I can either hang it on the bulletin board strip that we have outside in our hallways in our school. But I also like to hang like a clothing line in the classroom, and then use the clothespins to hang up work as well, especially if they're like big posters or group work that they are really proud of. And I also will use the clothesline this year for anchor charts. There was actually another teacher that used hangers and attached it to their poster or their anchor charts and hung those with the hangers. I'm not sure how that all worked, but it looked pretty cool in our classroom. So anyway, I picked up these for that sole purpose. And when I get my classroom ready, I will show you exactly how I set this up and what exactly will go on there. And then I picked up some odds and ends. I needed some shaving sticks and some shaving cream, nothing exciting. And then here are the different flowers I picked up. I picked up these beautiful purple ones, roses. I picked up some pink roses. My daughter wanted to do some roses. And these are actually being gifted to her coworkers again. I mean, she works for a big restaurant, so, you know, everybody's needing these pens. And we're actually putting a display in the manager's office, so they have pens as well. So I picked up those. And these, if you didn't get to see, were kind of like orangey sunflowers with a little bit of yellow. We liked how that looked. Anyway, so the DIY that we will have, once my daughter and I start making these flower pens, I will definitely go ahead and film. But all it is that we take off the top of the flower, specifically right here, and then we push this closer to the top, and we nip this little bud right here and nip the bud at the bottom of this. And then we glue it as close as we can to the very top of the pen. Once it's glued, then we seal it with another, I want to say glob of glue. I don't know if that's right, but we seal it with more hot glue. Once it's really set on there, then I go in, after she's done all that, my daughter has put all the flower parts on top. I go ahead in and I get very close. I don't know if you can see that, but I start with the floral tape at the very top where the glue has set, and then I just ravel it all the way to the bottom and cover as much as the pen as I can. And then we set a little bit of glue at the bottom so that it does not unravel. Now this one, we did not glue the bottom petals, so we had some left over and we glued it to the side, which works just fine. And this one, like I showed you earlier, we pushed the petals all the way up to the top, and it just kind of gives it a different look. So that's it, guys, for this collective haul. Let me know in the description box below, what are some things that you absolutely need at home as far as office supplies? Is it rubber bands? Do you need an extra abundance of Post-it notes like I do? Do you love to collect pens and pencils? What is it that you absolutely need to have as far as office supplies in your house at all times? Leave me a comment in the comment section. And until next time, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you later. Bye.